Okay, today I'm going to look at my top 6 favorite lures to imitate bluegill. Around here, the bluegill are actually starting to bed, and one of the best times to throw a bluegill style bait is when them bluegill are on beds. And I got 6 here. I got 2 swim bait style baits. I got a hard swim bait and a soft swim bait. I got 1 crankbait, 1 jig, swimming jig, 1 top water, and 1 chatterbait. First, I want to start with the top water. This here is a pop bar. It's the Rebel pop bar. It's a P60 or P90. Sorry, pop bar 90 is the size, and it's in blue, silver, like a foxy shad color. But I think it looks a lot like a bluegill in the water. It mimics bluegill very well, and it's a very good color for the bluegill spawn. During the bluegill spawn, I like to use a lot of baits that have swimming action to them over a crankbait or a jig. So something like this here is good. It's a green pumpkin, strike king, rage blade chatterbait with a swim bait tail on it. And this here is a yum swim bait that I use on Texas rigs a lot, or on swim bait hooks a lot. But this one here was broken in half, so I took the tail, and the head was almost broken off of the swim bait, so I broke the head off of it and then put it on this chatterbait. So you see that swim bait there, and it's a green pumpkin crawl color chatterbait, but it mimics bluegill very well in the water, so I wanted to include that. I just bought this a few days ago, but I've seen videos of people using this color around bluegill beds, and there's people who like to use there's a color of this chatterbait that is bluegill, and if you want to use that you can, but if you don't have that around where you live at, this right here, green pumpkin, works very well. So next is this jig. This is a Strike King flipping jig, but I use it for swimming. Now I leave the crawl trailer on there. I think that the crawl, instead of like a kicking action, it gives it more of a subtle swimming jig action, and it's in a bleeding crawl color, I think it is, or something like that. And you can see it's got one eye. This eye here was broken off, and this eye here still on there. But it's a good jig. It's got kind of a light weed guard, so it is kind of hard to fish around heavy grass, but it is still a great swimming jig. Next is this old Storm Wild Eye swim bait. Now I took the top hook out and just left a chatterbait, or not, yeah, a chatterbait, because that's not right. A treble hook, sorry. And what I like to do with this is, if you're fishing around heavy cover, see that dorsal fin? You see that bottom fin there? Take the treble hook and just barely dig it in to that bottom fin, just like that, and it fixes that treble hook up. And another way you can do it is put it just like this right here, and now when the fish hits it, it'll pull it out just like that, but it'll keep it a lot more weedless, and it throws the action off a little bit. But if the bass don't really worry about the action, you can do it just like this, and it'll keep a lot of the weeds off of it. But when that bass hits it, it'll knock that treble hook down, and you can hook him. So the crankbait that I would use is this small 1.0 made by Strike King. It's a Strike King 1.0 in natural brim color. This here is a very good crankbait for when the bluegill are spawning. It runs about maybe 4 to 6 feet, so you may want to use some heavier line on it to where it won't dive down as far. I'd say if you're going to fish in less than a foot, I probably wouldn't use this. I'd probably go to the swim bait or a jig or the chatterbait or the popper. I probably wouldn't fish this, but if the bass are staging just below where them bluegill are at, this here could be a good one. I got this in silent bluegill, natural brim color. And my final bait is a bait that I bought down at Bass Pro Shops in Memphis, Tennessee at the Pyramid. And I seen a video that a guy done quite a while back, about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And I seen this bait in that video, and he caught one right up next to the bank on it. And I thought it was a pretty cool bait, so I went out and bought one. And that's this right here. This is a Z9 perch in bluegill color. It's made by Bass Pro Shops. It's the XPS series swim bait. It's a hard swim bait. You can see it's got a bunch of different sections in it. It's got, I believe, 9 sections in it. 8 sections. I just counted real quick. There's actually 8 sections in it, and it's a very good color. It matches just like the bluegill that I have around here. And the top of it's kind of got like glitter on it. I don't know what the point of that is. If I had to pick something bad about it, it would be that top. You kind of have to fish it up high in the water column so they won't see that. I think that there kind of diminishes the color a little bit. I think that if you just look at the rest of it and don't look at the top of it, it looks very good. And the fins are very tough. You can sit there and hit them over and over and over, and they will not break. I've actually bent this tail like that right there. Look how much it's bent. And it goes right back to its original shape. It doesn't break. So that there is the top 6 favorite bluegill imitating baits for when the bluegill are spawning. When the bluegill are spawning could be a really good time of year to fish. For bass, you can take a boat. If you have a boat, you can fish it a little bit better. But if you don't have a boat, then you can find them areas where them bluegill are bedding and just cast past them, away from the bank, and you can catch them bass doing that. Now, this is one of the best baits, in my opinion, to fish around the bluegill is the popar, because you can fish it very slowly and it'll keep the bait in their strike zone. See, if you're using something like this swim bait or the crankbait or the jig, you sort of have to just keep winding it in. Now the popar, you can just twitch it, and then twitch it, and you'll catch a lot of fish doing that. I bought some newer baits the other day at Walmart. I bought some ribbon tail worms. I bought a brand new popar style bait. I bought, what else did I buy? I bought some super toads made by Strike King. They're all put up right now, but I will do a video hopefully soon of actual fishing. Maybe, I don't know. I ain't been able to go fishing for a while now. So thanks for watching the video, and comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And here's one last look at the lures. There's the jig, the swim bait, the hard swim bait, the crankbait. Here's a little better view of the crankbait, the chatterbait, and then the popar. Thanks for watching.